I'm being stalked by a creepy stranger. Hey Reddit, I've never posted anything like this before, but I feel like I have to share. I'm a 27-year-old woman who works from home as a graphic designer. I enjoy hiking in my free time, and I've always liked to think of myself as a laid-back, friendly person. Until recently, my life was pretty normal. Until it wasn't. 3 weeks ago, I was out on one of my regular hiking trails when I noticed a man staring at me from a distance. I brushed it off. Maybe he was just admiring the view or lost in his own thoughts. But then I saw him again the next day at the same spot, and the next. Each time I tried to shake off the unease growing inside me. Maybe he's local, I told myself. But I started changing my hiking time just to avoid running into him, hoping that would help. Fast forward to last week, I was startled when I walked into my favorite little cafe after a hike and noticed him sitting at a table in the corner. He wasn't looking at me this time, but every instinct in me screamed that it was him. I left my coffee untouched and jumped in my car, my heart racing. Then, things escalated. I'd been having trouble sleeping, and during one of those restless nights, I decided to take a stroll down the street. It was around midnight. I didn't think anything of it. However, as I turned a corner, there he was, sitting on a bench, staring at the ground. My heart sank. I walked quickly past him, avoiding eye contact, but something made me glance back. He was watching me, his expression unreadable. What in the world? I thought, a sick feeling settling in my stomach. It only got stranger. I reported to work the next day and shared my experience with my coworkers. As I described him, one of them turned pale. That's the guy we saw lurking around the office building last week, she said. He seemed off. Now panic set in. The next evening as I returned home, I noticed a note taped to my front door. In wobbly handwriting it said, "I see you everywhere. You're beautiful." I froze, horrified. I didn't waste another second. I called the police. Officer Thompson came and listened to me, making notes as I relayed everything that had happened. "You should definitely take this seriously," he advised. "We'll step up patrol in the area. Just be extra cautious about your surroundings." I'm now paranoid whenever I step outside, checking my mirrors when driving, peering through windows before opening the door. The world has become a daunting place, and my previous freedom has morphed into a prison of fear. I'm sharing my story not just to vent, but to warn everyone to stay alert. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that sometimes what seems like a harmless stranger could turn out to be anything but. If anyone has dealt with something similar, your advice would be much appreciated. Stay safe out there, everyone.